Welcome back to our series of training videos for AEM users. In this video, you'll learn how to create and publish bulletins for your unit's website. We call these bulletins notices. Many people around the university publish news, notices, and events. We publish them in the same way so AEM can properly categorize, publish, and share them for viewing on both Concordia.ca and CSpace. In AEM, news and notices have different communications goals, so it's important to distinguish how we use them. In general, a news story is a developed piece of journalism. News stories are almost always written and published by the UCS News Team, Advancement and Alumni Relations or Communications Advisors, and usually include a byline. In AEM, a news item must also include a picture. A notice is an announcement to convey information. The best content for notices includes calls for papers, faculty members' activities such as presentations at conferences or publications, staff or faculty appointments, or student achievements. In most cases, administrative and academic units will create notices. If you are unsure whether your information should be a news story or a notice, ask yourself the following question. Is this information important to people outside my unit? If no, create a notice. If yes, then you should work with your comms advisor or the news team to create the news story. There are 3 steps to creating a notice. 1. Create the news folder structure. 2. Create your page and set its properties. 3. Add your content and publish. Step 1. Create the news folder structure. A webmaster will give you the path of your news folders in the AEM tree. The folders live in the shared section of the tree and follow a date format, year, month, day. The folder dates should correspond to the actual date your notice will be published. In the shared news section, you will create at most 3 nested folders for the year, month, day, respectively. Nested means you will create each folder within another folder. The year contains the month, and the month contains the day. Each time you create a notice, you will create at least 1 nested folder. Go to the site admin in AEM and find your unit in the tree. Select it so it turns green. Click on New in the site admin to open the Create Page dialog box. Type the year in the title field and select the folder template. Click Create. Click once to select the new year folder in the tree. Click on New again to open the Create Page dialog box. Select the folder template and enter the month. Note that we always use 2 digits for the month. Click Create. Click once to select the new month folder in the tree. Click on New again to open the Create Page dialog box. Select the folder template and enter the day. Note that we always use 2 digits for the day. Click Create. You must create these folders each time you create a notice for a new date. Step 2. Create your notice page and set its properties. Select the day folder in the tree. Click on New Page and select the Shared News template. Enter the title of your item. Use a title that makes sense and articulates the subject of the item. Click Create. Helpful hint: renaming your page. If your page name has extra dashes because of punctuation marks in your title, clean them up with the Move function. Remove the extra dashes and click the Move button. Now you're ready to set the item's page properties. Open your new page. Go to the second tab in the Sidekick and select Page Properties. Edit the following properties. Target Site specifies where to display your notice, on Concordia.ca, CSpace, or both. Type. Set this to Notice. Note the Featured Story checkbox is reserved for UCS news editors. Unit. This field ensures your notice gets picked up by the news feeds on your site. Use the tag that your webmaster provided. Date. Click on the date picker, the calendar icon, to select the date and the time the story will be published. The time will default to the current time. Keywords and metadata. Add a list of keywords separated by commas. This helps the AEM internal search as well as SEO. Description. This should be a 1-sentence summary of the content on the page. This is what appears in the first sentence of a Google search in your browser or when you share in social media channels. You can ignore the other fields in the page properties. Click OK when you have entered all your page properties. Next, set your department as the news source. Right-click on Choose a News Source and select Edit. Select your unit from the drop-down list. Click OK. Now your notice is set up properly and is ready for your content. Step 3. Add your content and publish. Open the default WYSIWYG component. Add your content. Include links and calls to action if possible. Click OK. Now your notice is ready and you can activate it. Additional tips and troubleshooting. If your notice does not appear on your site, check the page properties. Check that you have selected a target site, you have specified a publication date, your notice is tagged. If the page properties are correct and your notice still does not appear, it could mean that your site's feeds use different settings. Contact WebCoord so a webmaster can fix this for you. Images are not required for notices, but they can illustrate the content. If you want to add an image to your notice, you have two options. Drag an image and text component below the default WYSIWYG. You can also drag an image component and a second WYSIWYG component underneath the default WYSIWYG. This way your content will use the same layout as other Concordia pages. That concludes our video on creating notices in AEM. Thanks for watching.